Glad you could join me again. We're out here on Lake Hickory today, and we hadn't been here in a while. Actually, I've been on a little bit of a vacation, and so it's been probably about 3 weeks. The last time I crappie fished Lake Roadhouse, and so I thought I'd come out to Hickory today. It's late May. It's actually the day before Memorial Day, and it's cloudy, it's overcast, it's rained a lot yesterday, so the lake's pretty quiet. Don't have a whole lot of boat traffic on the lake this morning. But because of the rain, the water's up, and the water temperature is about 75 degrees. So the fish, the last time I was down here, we was in the mid-60s. But at 75 degrees, there's going to be fish that are spawning, and there's going to be fish that have already finished spawning. And the fish that have already spawned, they'll still hang out in the spawning areas until the water starts to climb, water temperature. Once it starts to climb, then they'll move back into deeper water, into their summer locations. But we're going to throw some jigs and see if we can't catch a fish either up on the bed or we're going to start out targeting from 3 to 12 foot of water, and see if we can't catch a fish. There's what we're looking for. There's what we're looking for. Alright guys, so what I'm doing, I'm trying to get, I was unsuccessful throwing jigs at the bank. I think the water's so high that it sort of threw the fish off a little bit, so I'm doing a double duty technique, if you will. I'm tight lining some minnows on some brush piles in one of the locations that we fished earlier this year, and at the same time, I'm throwing the jigs. We're going to see which one is most productive, but the water is high and it's pretty stained, so we're going to do what it takes to catch a fish. Our little big fish. Bad to have him on a tough day. Actually, that may be a female that's already spawned out. Now that fish right here, it's sort of tough out here today. And that fish right there, I didn't even feel it hit. I just felt a little bit of tension on my line, and a lot of times that's all you'll feel. Maybe your line just moves sideways a little bit, so you got to pay real close attention on a day like today. When I threw that old jig in there, I probably let that thing sink. Oh, I don't know, probably 10 or 12 seconds before I even started drilling. You got to get it down there a little bit. Right now the score's tied. Got 2 fish, one of them on tight line minnow, and one of them on a jig. Y'all have to excuse my location. As y'all can see, I'm fishing under a bridge. The water's up so high down here that I'm real close to the bottom of the bridge. So that's what you hear, all that loud noise as cars going across the bridge. So you have to excuse the location. But if the fish is here, that's where we go fish. There's another on a tap line. I don't know if he'll make the grade or not. We're gonna check him. Let's see if he's real close. He's just a little bit too short. Jigs catching a bigger fish. There's 2 and 2. Oh, if I can get back here. Ready to go again. Like I said, guys, that right there is what jig I'm using. When I throw that jig in there, I'm letting it sink about 8 or 10 seconds. And because them fish is 7, 8 foot deep, and some of them marking 17 foot deep on the depth finder at the deepest point, but them fish are real slow to bite. And what I'm noticing, I'm throwing it in there and I'm not twitching it or jigging it or anything like that. I'm just reeling it in real slow. And what I've noticed is that just slack goes in my line. I just see the line, I'm keeping the line tight, you know, when I'm reeling the jig in, but when slack goes in the line, then just go ahead and set it in. Easy now, settle down, settle down. Well, sometimes a little bit of color change is just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, That's 3 good fish on the jig, and 1 keeper, and 1 short fish on the minnow. I remember when I was growing up, the chenille and marabou or feather jig, that's pretty much what everybody used. And then they started coming out with tube jigs, soft plastics. Now you got swim baits. Some of them look like fish, some of them look like bugs. Of course, a lot of that stuff's been around, but like I said, in the late 70s and early 80s, this marabou jig was one of the most predominant jigs used to fish with. And as you can see, it still works. I'll tell you guys, one of the, when you got water that's up and stained like this, and the sun's out, it's pretty bright outside, which would make you think that you want to throw bright colors. And then you got muddy water that makes you want to throw some, maybe a darker color, something that the fish can actually see, some contrast to the color of the water. A lot of times if you use a black or a yellow or a black and a chartreuse, you sort of get the best of both worlds. Let's see what we got here. All right. There's another crappie on the jig. Nice one. He's still a keeper fish. Another fish on the minnow. Slow day of fishing. It's about the same. It's about even. I think the jigs are up by a fish or 2. Okay, guys. I think we've probably exhausted quite a few fish. Just moved back out to this brush pile. We've probably caught 7 or 8, maybe 9 fish here. Well, make that 10 fish here. Let's see what we got here. I'll tell you. Woo! Oh, that old winter trying to make a comeback, ain't it? That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Earlier in the year when you was watching us, if you guys will notice, every fish that we've caught in this location, we've caught some pretty good fish here, but none of them looked like they was full of eggs. None of them was real fat. All these fish have already spawned, and if you remember earlier in the year, I was telling you about how those crappie, a lot of times those bigger females will move in and spawn first. They sort of know what's going on. They've done it year after year. And when it gets time, they'll come in, they'll do their thing. And I think what we're catching out here, back in deep water, I mean, I'm in 25 foot of water, brush pile. Now these fish are not really down in the brush. They're sort of suspended around these bridge columns and around the brush. But these are the fish that have already spawned. When that water got 66, 68 degrees, them old crappie that are 3 and 4 years old, maybe 5 years old, they knew what was going on and they done their thing, and now they're starting to move back out into deep water. And they're not stacked up, they're sort of scattered. but you can pick a few of them off out here. And when the weather conditions are, well, when the water conditions, the weather's beautiful. It's sort of cloudy, and I like that. But the water is up and it's muddy, and so sometimes you can go for the easy stuff, and that's what we're trying to do right here today. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Another good crappie for the Minnow. I think it's a dead tie now. All right, guys. Well, it's got hot. The sun's come out, the humidity's up, and the fish has slowed down. So I'm getting ready to take it to the house. We was able to catch a few fish today, mostly post-spawn fish, and we never was able to get on the shallow water bite, the spawning fish. I think the high muddy water had something to do with that, and so what we did, we went to the deeper fish, because anytime you have a condition change, especially high water or low water, your deeper fish that are in 10 to 12 foot of water, is going to be a lot less affected than the fish that are in shallow water. So we went back to the deep water, went to the brush pile under the bridge that you've seen us fish in earlier videos, pre-spawn. And some of the spawning fish that had spawned out have already moved back out there, and we was able to pick up a few, and it was about 50-50. We tried jigs, and we tried minnows, and we done some tight line and done some casting with jigs, and it seemed like it was about 50-50. But we was able to catch a few fish, and hope we helped somebody. Hope you learned a little something. And until next time, this is Brian, Cliffside Outfitters. Y'all have a good day.